on Malzahar once again. He's planning to wreck faces once again, and let's see what they do to counter that. Meanwhile, purple team seems to be having a different team composition this time.
I wonder if they're centering it around really trying to keep the ADC alive and maybe even just trying to make sure that they get enough damage out into the back lines, maybe for a proper team fight even.
That Lulu top lane coming in against um, maybe the Diana. We don't know yet.
Oh, that is a Aatrox, baby. Oh!
The Darius jungle, the Darius jungle, the Dunk Master jungle. I would love to
Oh,
see that, but
man.
I'm not sure it's such a viable option. But
I did that in season 4. I got wrecked. But
yeah,
I
back
got
in the day,
wrecked.
he was OP, like as a jungler even.
Yo, when he first came out, he was OP. Let
Yeah,
me ult the minions, let me ult you, then let me ult some more minions.
it's okay. It's either a
One day I'm gonna try the all natural burger.
it could be a
What
Fizz
is that for?
jungle or Fizz top lane and Diana jungle.
Not going to be delicious at some.
Oh man.
This
What
actually
is
might
spiked?
this actually might be a Fizz jungle. This is going to be very interesting against the Volibear. That makes sense because he has the grievous wounds on his W that pretty much destroys Volibear's passive.
Mm.
Oh,
Hold
all
on.
natural.
And
One second.
we got that Jax coming in for the mid or the top lane. I'm not quite sure where he's going.
Actually, it's
We will see once we get in the game. Once we get into loading screen.
And
it's
I got scared for a second.
it's
I thought my brother was talking to some stranger at the door. Ooh. My big brother senses were tingling.
That's
I'm so sorry, guys. My bad for the absence. All
okay.
right.
That's okay. All right. So let's look at the. Wow.
Ooh.
So no, it is Diana jungle. It's Diana jungle. It's Fizz in the top lane. Um,
Baby G with the Malsey.
Baby G once again with the Malzahar. Didn't ban Malzahar this time. I wonder maybe because they really wanted the Hecarim and Shyvana bans really desperately, and they
You
just could
know,
not let Normalize have either one of them.
when when I see people, pick the same champs over again, I go, did they do well last match? Or did they do really crap last match and that's the only champ that they can play? And Baby G with the Malzahar really struck some fear into the Catalyst, doing as much damage as he did with just a Rod of Ages 2 stack and 2 Doran's Ring and a boot, like that is crazy. That's crazy to me. I just can't fathom, how shooken up, you know, the Catalyst must have been because they were running away every time they possibly could. They were like, no E please and no ignite. I'm just gonna get autoed and die. So I'm wondering if that's just like like striking a fear into the Catalyst. Is that like some type of strategy? Is that something that they were thinking about? Maybe they're in a Skype call too and they're just like, yo, gotta play that Malzahar again. Some of the things to consider. But the whole team change on the Catalyst, it's I don't know if Jax is going to work against Fizz. I mean, Fizz does auto attack, but all he has to do is troll pull the Counter Strike and then do his damages then. So I mean, top lane, it can go either way. And then with bottom lane, you have a Corki and you have a Graves. Corki does, of course, magic and, a physical damage. Graves only stuck with physical damage if he maxes the smoke screen first. Then you have some magic damage in there, but that's kind of a waste of time if you're not focusing on auto attacks. You know, you have to be really aggressive if you're gonna max your W first on Graves. So you know, there's a lot of counterplay in this team comp matchup, and I really like it. It leaves a lot of room for creativity. I don't even want to touch Morgana and Lulu with a 10-foot pole. It's a hit or miss.
Yep, Morgana with the spell shield. But yeah, no, it's probably okay if there's no crazy lane swaps and assuming that Lulu's mid lane against the Malzahar. Who do you think would win, Lulu or Malzahar?
You know, they're both ranged. Lulu has that. Lulu has the I can't remember what it's called. What the ability is called. It turns you into a bunny. The transforming. I think it's her E.
Her her polymorph thing? No, no,
Mm.
her
Yeah,
W.
yeah, her polymorph.
Her W.
So okay, so that's her W. So if she's able to W Malzahar and get her damage out and then just kind of back out, I mean, she can play it like a poke.
Yep.
She has a shield, so I mean, you know, gosh, I think Lulu would just have to be really, really, just make some real bad decisions against Malzahar because she can literally go AD. I mean, I wouldn't go AD against the Malzahar as Lulu, but if she were to go AD, maybe even just do like a Sheen build of some sort, you know, she could definitely do a lot more damage earlier in the laning phase.
Yep.
Because I think you get in the mid lane you can get a Sheen around 30 CS. Around 30 CS, 30, 32 CS. That's without even getting a kill. So if she was able to get a kill and then maybe 20 CS, boom. Now she has a Sheen. She can bully him out of lane all she wants. You know, all he has is his E, and if he's gonna waste that on trying to farm, then you know that's an easier laning experience for Lulu.
Yeah, no, but the thing about E is that he can cast it once and it's gonna bounce until there's no other target left or it times out. So, or it runs out. So it's like if he casts it once and he can manage to get like I don't know 3 of them, he will have it back up to use it on Lulu if they do fight. So either Lulu has to fight as soon as he uses his E on the minions. I mean, not to fight, just to poke at least.
Right.
And be careful with that because even that can bounce to her. So it's a lot of playmaking Lulu has to do. And
Right.
yeah, but I feel like Volibear is a very strong ganker early. Meanwhile, Diana is not as strong until she reaches 6th, unless she gets unless someone is really out of position, in which case anyone can gank anyone. So
Man, like, you know, I really think that maybe like a Mikhail's would come in handy. Maybe Thresh should build a Mikhail's. Maybe a Volibear with a Iron Solari, and they would be good. Maybe some early items along those lines would be really, really nice. I mean, I would really definitely hate to build around, you know, preventing one particular champion from doing damages on the enemy team. But if that's gonna help you, you know, mentally in the long run, then why not?
Alright guys, we're in the game. Sharif, could you just tell me how many seconds you're in so I can...
17, 18,
Perfect,
19.
perfect. Alright, so set your top, jungle, mid, ADC, and support, and yep, they are walking in all together. Diana's a little behind, but so is Thresh. Looks like they can possibly invade. Yeah, red team pinging in for the invade, but looks like they are not in position and not ready to invade yet.
Is Fizz hoping to catch someone out, or does he think he is Teemo? No, he does not think he's Teemo. He's moving into top lane. I believe. Oh, Malzahar gets his sons first. I honestly I don't play Malzahar that much, so usually when I start Malzahar, I get my E first instead of my Q.
I think he did that so he could load his Voidling, so he can use it in
Oh,
really early.
yeah. Maybe I'll try that sometime.
Yeah, red team was just trying to sit in the bush and counter invade them. Well, not yeah, like counter invade them. If someone stepped in that bush,
Right,
they would have instantly died
man.
with his thresh hook as well.
So we got Volibear starting on the Gromp, naturally, and we have Diana starting Krugs because of her auto attacks, of course.
Yep, Fizz taking out the Grump as well from. I guess he's going to go back and teleport in. Here's what's interesting here. He did not take smite, so he took a lot of damage there, but it doesn't matter because he can just back and come back with full HP. And
I'm
he's level 2.
wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why don't Fizzes go challenging smite anymore, or skirmishers
Um.
in the top lane?
Maybe he really wanted the ignite, and I guess he wants to be really aggressive in the top lane and possibly get fast kills in mid game and just get out. And I guess skirmishers won't help him as much because he's planning not to take any damage in fights. Oh, first blood going down to bot lane. On the Corki. Corki gonna get dangerously low. So is Graves, but Graves and Corki will both flash away to safety. Both heals and flashes down. Meanwhile, there's a fight in top lane. Fizz
There
dodging
goes
that stun.
I told you, man. There goes that troll pull. You know,
troll pull.
especially for that counter strike.
Ooh, Fizz doing tons of damage to Jax. Jax going to get taken down by the last auto attack ignite. And on the second last tick, he just dies. I am Shabby taking his red buff. Just chilling. There's a lot of action from blue team. Team Love doing a lot of early game strats this game. Last game they were kind of passive early and they went ham in mid late game. But
see, there goes that poke. But like you said, you know, Malzahar, of course, uses his E before, you know, the Transmogrify comes out, so...
Yep. His E is pretty much always, like, somewhere. Like, right now, it might... Okay, Lulu's doing a good job staying away from her minions that are... E'd by Malzahar. I need to know what the spell's called, dude. I can't keep calling it E. Malefic Visions. Okay, cool. Oh, Diana gonna come in for the gank on Lulu. Flash E'ing her, but Lulu just flashes away as well. Her flash is down, which means Malzahar is at an advantage because he still has his flash and he has his ignite. Lulu will not be able to get away for the next gank if he steps out of position. Meanwhile, Graves being 10 farm ahead. But Corki did get a kill earlier.
It's a swing and a miss, bada.
Jax is ahead in farm, but Fizz killed him earlier, which was it was a nice kill. But Jax is like one entire wave ahead.
And you see it. Oh.
Ooh, Jax coming in for that stun, doing a lot of damage with his minions.
It's gonna allow that one to pass through. I'm sure. You know, I find it interesting that Fizz wasn't able to get wasn't able to just stay in lane and just, you know, farm for a Sheen. Would have had it right about now, with, you know, since he was able to get the items that he has now. He's definitely going for a Sheen. That Trinity Force looking really promising for Chase, looking really promising for any type of disengage as well because of the Zeal movement speed and such. Phosphorus Bomb landing on Graves, gonna you know, I don't know what it is, but I think Graves is really weak to hybrid. I mean,